Hi. In the meantime, while we're waiting for me to go back to the subject of suicide and create my mini series on suicide, I thought it important to talk about, to tell you the story of selecting a bedside lamp from Walmart. Why that's significant is because I've been on these dating apps and I've noticed a lot of impulsive behavior from the vast majority of people on these apps. And there's something to be said for taking action. But where a stated desire, they put in there that they want a long-term relationship. And apparently they're not giving as much thought to building a long-term relationship and treating it like buying a lamp. Now, the problem is, if you go on Walmart or any of these apps, if you don't look into the specifications, you're going to end up with something you don't want. Now, I wanted a low-tech, because I want as few problems as possible, a low-tech bedside lamp. What I mean by low-tech is I wanted it to take a standard A15, I've come to find it is, light bulb, so that it can be replaced easily. And I wanted it to have a standard plug. Now, I also wanted, because it's a standard plug and I have two devices that I plug into the outlet, I had to have an outlet extender. And, most people are treating their relationships online like they're ordering a lamp and are willing to be frustrated by buying the wrong thing. Now, of course, it's to the advantage of Amazon, Walmart, or any of these retailers to capitalize on people's impulsiveness. So they have USB lamps that run on batteries, lamps that take extraordinary bulbs in them, so that you would have difficulty replacing the bulb and having continuous use of the lamp. So, it gets back to the dating issue. I literally had to weed through all of these impulsive things that they were throwing up at me. And my handle is most people are good. Instead of saying A-R-E, I use the letter R. Most people are good. They are good. But whether you want to call it lazy, depressed, it doesn't matter. There's something that mainstream retailers are capitalizing on, which is this tendency for people to rush into buying the first thing that they see. And so they throw up all this crap at you that's not going to fit the bill because they want you to go back and rebuy again from them because you didn't get what you wanted. So, and it's not that these impulsive people are doing this intentionally. I think that they're just getting desperate. And that's giving them the benefit of the doubt because I do believe it's true that most people are good. And I think it's largely due to people having become so desperate. And desperate people tend to take impulsive actions. This is unfortunate because I'm a thoughtful person and I've thought long and hard about this relationship issue because I really, even at my age, I have yet to experience being in a reciprocal, loving, genuine relationship. I'm 64 and I haven't been there yet. But I've put the work into it. And I have identified not only assistance from people online that know what they're talking about. Not only that, for how to make a relationship work and what the pitfalls are that don't have anything to do with blaming other people. They're just common pitfalls to different ways people were raised. Relationships are very tricky in that, especially if you're heterosexual, and because you're dealing with the opposite sex, and the opposite sex is going to biologically think differently than you do and experience rewards differently than you do. So it's really easy to miss what it takes to make the relationship work. You do have to work at it. They don't educate you in the realities of this stuff. And I think that that is exacerbated further with the millennial crowd because of the desire to equalize by the LGBTQ. They are overlooking that there are definite biological differences between, now there's an exception to every rule, okay, don't get me wrong, and I know that, but there is a significant difference between the way that the male brain is harnessed at birth and the female brain. Now, I had a friend, well, I'm not going to get into that long story, but there is a chemical release of hormones when the female body that's pregnant detects that there is a male fetus in the womb, and it actually changes the brain. So denying or trying to say that men and women need to become equal in the way that they think and act is pretty near impossible. So that's what I have to say on that subject. And I spent more time sifting through the specifications on the lamp, and I got exactly what I wanted with a cord. And it takes a standard bulb because I took my time